Welcome, drummers. I wanted to show you some ways to create variations in dynamics so your drumming doesn't sound like this with no emotion or feeling whatsoever. We don't want to be that drummer. Alright, let's just start with the hi-hat here. If you're wanting to pull back a little bit, you can use the beat of the stick on the very top of the hat. Now if you want to ramp it up a little bit, try the shoulder on the side of the hi-hat. If you want to bring it up a little bit more, you can open the hats a little bit and just get some nice sizzle between the two of them. Okay, let's move to the ride. Now in most rock songs, the chorus is, well, the verse is going to be more pulled back and the chorus is going to be more explosive. So you'll see a lot of people go to the ride during the chorus because the ride washes a lot. It rings for a long time. It's a nice big sound. Now you can use the beat of your stick. If it's a more intense chorus, then you can use the shoulder on the bell. And you can always use a combination of both, just to keep things interesting. Alright, let's move to the crash. The crash is something you're going to hear more of in the chorus again because it's bigger. People are going for a bigger sound. So whether they're doing fills and they're crashing a lot or just hitting it every so often, just to give that big sound, or are they riding on it? Sometimes they'll ride on it with quarter notes and eighth notes. So that would sound like this. Or sometimes you'll have the drummer going to it a lot, like I was saying, and that would sound like this. Sometimes they're just on it, left and right. Gives a very big sound. Okay, talking about the snare, if you want an aggressive sound, there's something called a rimshot. That's when you hit the skin at the same time you're hitting the rim. You may have even done that by accident before. It gives a big pop, a big crack sound. That is loud. Whew. All right. If you want to bring it down quite a bit, something called cross sticks. Drummers, we know this is cross sticks. Guitar players call this rimshot. So just know that this is probably what they're talking about. All right, cross sticks, my palm is rested on the drum and I'm knocking the stick. Now, you can move it until you find the sound you really like. Find that sweet spot. A lot of drummers use the butt of the stick because it's more wood, it's a fuller sound, but I rubberize the butt of my stick, so I just go ahead and play it like this. So let me show you the contrast that you would get going from cross sticks to open snare. People really love those contrasts like that. People love it when you do cross sticks. I don't know why. They love that knocking sound, and I know they love the just flow going from subtle to strong. I think it's all the above with that. You can't go wrong. Now, another way to keep our drumming from being monotone is to drop out an instrument altogether. So let's try dropping out the snare. This is one I do a lot, and when I was a new drummer this would mess me up, so I would play the snare on my leg so it wouldn't confuse me. But I'm going to do the same thing on the bass and the hi-hat that I was already doing in that song. I'm just pulling back this one arm. So that gives a nice contrast right there. Now with praise and worship, music, like I mentioned in another video, you have more extremes and dynamics. And I tell you, I think of the song Our God. It's really interesting. For the whole intro and the whole first verse, the only thing the drummer's doing, they've completely dropped out the bass drum. Only thing they're doing is quarter notes on the ride and cross sticks. I get so bored doing that. But then it's really neat how they grow the anticipation by throwing in a bass drum singles only with that pattern in the chorus. And then they grow it to doubles on the bass drum. And then they grow it to a syncopated bass drum part. And then they go to grow it even more until it's full drum set. It's just growing the intensity, anticipation throughout the song. So that's a really neat tactic. And so I just want you guys to keep it interesting. Use these things like your paint brushes and just let the emotion come out, because emotion comes out in every craft, every type of artwork, and drumming is no different. So let the emotion flow. Get out of the box. Whatever. All right, you can totally do this.